guys. Now let's talk about this, man. Should Shedeur Sanders be named the starter the rest of the year? Kevin Stefanski came out and talked about, hey, we feel like Shedeur Sanders is going to give us an opportunity. He played well. Let's go ahead and give him a start. When Mary Kay Cabot, or I think it was Mary Kay, or one of the beat reporters asked him specifically, will he be the starter moving forward for the rest of the entire season? He said, I'm just concentrating on the 49ers game. Now, listen, don't take this the wrong way. Kevin Stefanski is always going to say this. Any coach will say that because they don't want to pigeonhole themselves into saying, oh, you're going to start the rest of the year, and then all of a sudden something happened, and then you make the switch, and people are going to say you flip-flopping. Here's the real thing about it. A lot of people, and I've told people this, people keep thinking that this is a Kevin Stefanski type deal, like thinking like he has control over this. He ain't got no control over whether Shedeur Sanders is starting or not. Do you think even if he didn't want to start Shedeur Sanders after the way he played, you think Andrew Berry and the owner would be like, sure, start Dillon Gabriel? No. Under no circumstances is he coming out. Nobody in the country believes that he should be coming out of the football game. It's one of these unwritten things, right? Just because somebody don't say it, don't mean it ain't true. Like, there's a lot of people reading into Kevin Stefanski. I keep trying to tell y'all this, and it's funny to me. Like, Kevin Stefanski, you should have known what type of time we was on when they traded Flacco. When they traded Joe Flacco up underneath his nose, you should have known the owner or the GM was like, no, we got this. We cool. Come on. You think Jimmy Haslam? I haven't seen Jimmy Haslam at the other game, but was Jimmy Haslam not there with JW? Was he not there with Andrew Berry sitting in the triumvirate in the press box with the Raiders? They was all hands on deck. They didn't show those folks for no reason. The thing that people don't understand is they are thinking of this thing long term. Like people keep thinking and understanding, like you guys are not understanding what's going on right now. Look at the draft class Andrew Berry just had. Carson Schwarzenegger is going to be the defensive rookie of the year. He might be a Pro Bowler. By the way, if you guys want to, everybody is on it now, but everybody told y'all trade Myles Garrett for some picks, right? Right? You said trade picks. No, the reason you keep Myles Garrett, like I told you, the reason you can't trade Myles Garrett, like I told you, was a simple fact. I said, listen, if Myles Garrett wants traded, y'all better go back and figure this thing out and get him back. You don't trade Hall of Famers. And the reason you don't is because the exact reason the Cleveland Browns can play two rookies and still win games is because that guy on the defensive side of the ball is balling. Devin Bush having a great year. Grant Delpit having a great year. Look at Mason Graham had one of his best games. He was dominant. Malik Collins was a signing. He had 6.5 sacks as a defensive tackle. Alex Wright been balling. Isaiah McGuire been balling. Krishan Judkins, Harold Fannin Jr. He got pick after pick after pick after pick. And by the way, if Shedeur Sanders hit, you might as well go ahead and let him know. He might as well go sign him a new deal tomorrow. Let Shedeur be good. But the reality of the situation is this. This foregone conclusion that you think that you're going to go out here and get you another quarterback when you got a guy who is, whatever quarterback you got that you get is not going to be more marketable than Shedeur Sanders. Whatever quarterback you go get is not going to have the it thing like he got. People follow this dude, and the locker room respects him. And also, it's hard-pressed to find a guy that was that celebrated, that has that amount of wins, that has that level of tape out here, and he's already in your system, and he's playing well without any reps. This is his second week getting some of this, the first week really doing it. So the thing is, people start to be like, oh my gosh, they're going to go get, bro, listen, you don't think Andrew Berry's sitting here saying, if we get somebody to coach this dude up, we got a young play caller in Tommy Reese, let him run 3-4 games off at the end of this season and he look good. I could go take them picks and maximize and do something else with them picks. And by the way, we got him for dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. So I don't care what Kevin Stefanski is talking about. Y'all should have stopped listening to him weeks ago. He ain't got no sauce. He ain't got no juice. You think, like, the only thing he can control is the game balls and the challenge flag and the timeouts. That's it. He ain't calling no blitzes. He not calling no passes. It is what it is. So if he don't want to name him, Even a blind man can see that Shedeur Sanders will be playing, and chances are he will be the starting quarterback the rest of the year. And if he win this game against the San Francisco 49ers, all y'all gonna be in trouble. All y'all gonna be like, oh my goodness. Because guess what? That momentum gonna jump. People go all around the world gonna be tuned in, ready to go. And the one thing that I got to get to too, and I almost forgot about this. I almost slipped up and forgot about this. Here's your problem. Here's the thing that people need to stop doing, and I've been noticing it. If you there's so many people on these Twitter spaces, and there's so many people that's on Facebook or YouTube or whatever in the comment section. Y'all so worried about y'all having a back and forth with Shedeur Sanders fans that you missing the whole boat. Why you like people make stuff about them just because you don't like how somebody is supporting somebody or they said they supporting a guy. All of a sudden, you looking at the game with a skewed sense of what's going on. Now, you can't even enjoy the game. You can't even enjoy the passes. You can't enjoy the wins because you so worried about what his fans is talking about. Oh my gosh, the Shedeur fans, they're so annoying. Bro, listen, if I got into this game and worried about everything somebody's fan, people say, remember Tim Tebow fans? I say, no, I don't remember Tim Tebow fans. You know why? Because I was just watching the game. I wasn't running around here talking about what Tim Tebow fans was doing. I was over here talking about whether Tim Tebow was winning, what did he look like on the field, and how does that translate to next year. See, there's a lot of Browns fans that ain't got caught up in so much soap opera and narrative because we ain't never won nothing, because we done lost it for years. So now we invested more in the chats. We invested more in arguing back and forth with each other and always trying to tell me whether he good or not, how this going to work, what's this going to be, the quarterback this next year. Bro, I'm dialed into what we talking about on this football field. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, you got people talking about, well, it was only a screen pass. Well, guess what? If he missed the screen pass, you would have been like, he's so inaccurate, he missed the screen pass. I'm not gonna deduct no points because he was accurate on a pass that went 66 yards. That's how you get wrapped up in it. Like it'd be a whole lot of culture wars going on. That's what it's, oh my goodness, I can't stand because there's a lot of people that don't like him because he's confident. Bro, listen, stop with the bravado, bro. At the end of the day, you don't got a problem with thousands of other people who are either cocky, arrogant. Matter of fact, you might be married to one of them. As a matter of fact, your father is one of them. As a matter of fact, we got a brother-in-law that's always cocky and arrogant and be talking to, but you still love him, don't you? See, this is a problem, G. Bush. You get off all into you was doing good. You was doing real good the first two segments. Then you get all off into this other stuff. And that's why people. But here's the thing, guys. More than anything, you should be invested in whoever's on your team. And let's talk about, we don't need to juxtapose Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. We are past that. We don't need to bring up that fact that he wasn't playing, or he was a 5th round pick, or what you heard from Brian Dable, who's fired, in his draft evaluation. What we should be worried about is today. I want to judge what we doing with him on the field against the 49ers, not whether or not he could throw the ball better than Dillon Gabriel, because that's not the bar. My bar was never for Shedeur Sanders to be the same level as Dillon Gabriel, no disrespect. My bar was, let's get to this championship. Let's find a franchise quarterback. Let's win this division. Let's talk about Pro Bowls. Let's talk about going head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. That's what I'm on. I ain't on no regular whether or not he's the same level or who throws this or who's more ready. Man, stop all that noise. We today. And today is the only thing guaranteed to you. So while we looking at it, let's get ready and let's get ready to operate. And at once, I hope after we continue to put things together, y'all will come around and we can actually come together and actually start talking about the Cleveland Browns as one fan base under one goal, which is if Shedeur Sanders is good, that means the Browns is good. If the Browns is good, that means Shedeur Sanders is good. And that is all we here for. With that